Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to break down the game tonight against Atlanta. Really sloppy game. All the way, we started off strong, but it went downhill really fast. Credit to Atlanta. They really showed up ready to play. They were motivated. We're going to go over some stats from the game, kind of break down what happened by the numbers first. So Atlanta on offense was sharp, which is what I expected. Matt Ryan was 21 of 30 for 281 yards and did have that one interception. Gurley ran 18 times for 46 yards and had the touchdown. Hill ran 11 times for 55 yards, so they did good in the run game. Julio Jones had 7 catches for 137 yards. 137 yards. That's a big game. We'll flip around to Carolina. Bridgewater was 15 of 23 for 176 yards with a touchdown and an interception. Mike Davis had another kind of quiet game. He had a few good runs in there, but on the stat sheet, 13 carries for 66 yards. He also had a catch for 11 yards. So kind of a quiet game, although he did have some tough runs. Curtis Samuel got 3 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Robbie Anderson led the team with 5 receptions for 48 yards. Samuel, 4 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown. And DJ Moore, 2 catches for 55 yards. So total yards for the game, they outgained us 401 to 304. Total rushing yards, 270, is that right? That can't be. And we had, oh no, I'm looking at pass yards. Sorry about that. So passing yards, they had 270. And we had 157 passing yards. They ran the ball for 131 yards to our 147. Yards per play, they had 5.9. We had 5.8, so it was pretty even there. Their time of possession, they had the ball for 36 minutes and 30 seconds, and we had it for 23 minutes and 30 seconds. So, and they had 68. They ran 68 plays to our 52. So, a little bit of difference there, but for the most part, on the stat sheet, it was a pretty even game. It was a pretty even game. It was winnable. Our defense was especially bad. We were 2 for 10 on third downs on defense, which isn't good. I'm sorry, that's for offense. So we were, on offense, we were 2 for 10 on third downs, and that doesn't help the defense either. So, so that's the stat sheet, and I'm going to kind of get into my thoughts on the game. Like I said, I thought we started out strong. Atlanta went down the field on that first drive. We stopped them in the red zone, so they kicked that field goal. And we went down the field. We had some help with a couple penalties on Atlanta. And speaking of penalties, it's not like it seemed like we had a lot of penalties towards the end of the game, but we ended the game with the same amount of penalties. Atlanta and Carolina both had 6 penalties for the game. So that's nothing that cost us the game. I think the time where we had the penalties, they were all pretty much in the fourth quarter, except for maybe 1 or 2. So that's not good. But we went down the field that first drive. We scored on that run by Curtis Samuel. And then they went and kicked another field goal, 7-6, and then we go down the field again and throw that touchdown pass to Curtis Samuel again, which he had he didn't have a big statistical game, but he was really involved in the offense. So that's good to see. I mean, I think he's been kind of, I don't want to say used wrong, but he hasn't been used as much in a way that really maximizes his talent, I think. So I'm glad to see he's getting a little bit in the run game and the pass game. Uh, so we were looking good at 14-6. And then, man, our defense just struggled. Like, we struggled bad, which, you know, we've been struggling all year, but just the fact that we were at home, it was a primetime game. I thought we were kind of sluggish. I thought there, we weren't swarming to the ball. And on the flip side, the Atlanta defense seemed like they had a spark tonight. The Atlanta team in general had a spark. Like they were motivated. They were hungry. They wanted to show that, they wanted to win, and they came out and played like it. And I thought a lot of time on offense, Carolina just was not moving with a sense of urgency. They were walking up to the line. A real problem that I see in all the games so far this season, and you guys let me know if you think I'm wrong, but we don't get to the line as fast as we should. We've had way too many delay of game penalties. We'll get up to the line and Teddy will do his checks and his reads and he might audible out of something. But so too many times I see that we're snapping the ball right at 1 second or right at 0 seconds, and it's frustrating for me to watch that because, that's costing us a lot of time. We've had to burn too many timeouts in these games because of that. I'm sitting there screaming at the TV like, get the play and let's go, like run to the line. There's no sense of urgency. So that part's frustrating to me. But maybe they're still trying to get comfortable with the offense. Maybe there's communication issues. I really don't know. This is just me being a fan, screaming at the TV. So that's the problem that I think we need to get addressed. Our urgency on offense, we did not look ready to play. And Atlanta did. I mean, that's just the main focal point of tonight's game. We were not ready to play. I think our players just, maybe it's a short week, but Atlanta also had a short week, so can't really blame it on that. Teddy Bridgewater did get hurt. I forgot what quarter it was, but I think it was in the second half he got hurt, and he's going to feel that tomorrow. You guys saw the replay, and they got his neck pretty good, so a little concerned about that. Hopefully it's not a lingering thing to where he's out for next week, or hopefully it's not worse when he wakes up in the morning or whatever, but he did have to step out for a drive or two, I think, and P.J. Walker came in and replaced him. I don't know how you guys feel, but I was actually impressed with P.J. Walker. He was only 1 of 4 for 3 yards, so on the stat sheet he wasn't that good. But if you watched him those few plays, he really looked like he belongs. Like that first throw to Robbie Anderson in the end zone, that ball had some zip. It was, it wasn't super accurate, but he didn't, he kind of threw it towards the back end of the end zone to where his guy was either going to get it or nobody was going to get it. So that was encouraging to me. Again, on the stat sheet, it doesn't say so, but it's little stuff like that to where if he gets, let's say Teddy Bridgewater is out next week against the Chiefs, and if P.J. Walker gets a full week of practice in as the starter, I would feel comfortable seeing those after those few plays. I know it's just a few plays, but he looked good just from the eye test. So Bridgewater got knocked out of the game. His neck, you could see them the trainers working on him on the sideline. And when he came back in, he was just, you could tell he was just off. He was just, hitting the check down. He wasn't super accurate. I'm going to kind of give him a little bit of a pass because the fact that he came in there, even though he probably could have stayed out. You kind of respect the fact that he went back in there, even though he had a neck injury or whatever. So I'll give him a little bit of a pass, but he was not the same after that hit when he came in, and it affected us in the end of the game. Now we had a chance at the end of the game, down 8 with 2 minutes left, and we had 3 timeouts. And I'm pretty sure we had to burn one of those timeouts because of a delay of game. So we got down there, and Teddy threw the interception. And there was a holding call on Taylor Moton in that same play. But either way, the game was over after that point. Now, my last note of this game that's frustrating to me is DJ Moore and his touches. Now, the last 2 games, he's really gotten involved, and I would really like to see more spreading the ball around. It seems like each game they focus in on a different receiver. So like Robbie Anderson might have a really a good statistical game one week, and nobody else does. And then the next week, Curtis Samuel might get a lot of touches and nobody else does. And then the next week, DJ Moore might, which is a little frustrating because when you have 3 talented receivers like this, you really want to see that ball get spread around. You like to see 3, 4, 5 catches for each guy because of that talent. I mean, you don't want to hone in on one guy. So the fact that DJ Moore did not have a catch until the 4th quarter is really frustrating. I think that's a part of the reason why we lost, not getting one of our best receivers the ball. DJ Moore is the best receiver on our team after the catch, making guys miss. So we need to get him more involved earlier in the game and get a rhythm on offense. I think we're going to get destroyed next week either way because we're playing the Chiefs. But if we have these 3 talented receivers and we can't get them the ball early and often and let them make plays, we're not going to win very many more games this year. So kind of frustrated about, he had 2 targets, but, I mean, he was not involved. Robbie Anderson, I mean, Joe Brady's got to figure this out, and we've got 10 days now. We got kind of a longer week to get ready for the Chiefs, and I hope they kind of get a little bit more creative and have a sense of urgency on offense. That's just kind of what I think. So, overall thoughts. I think it went kind of how I thought. I thought it was going to be a close game. I thought the defenses were going to struggle, but I just thought our offense would be ready to play more. I thought we would be more sharp at home in prime time. I thought we'd be ready to play, and we weren't. The Teddy injury really affected him in the second half, and so we were just out of sync on offense, and our defense couldn't stop anything. So credit to Atlanta. I think they testament to what Raheem Morris is doing as the interim coach over there. I think, he's had a few stints. He was the head coach over in Tampa Bay several years back, and he's been a defensive coordinator for ever since then at different places. So I think he's got those guys motivated and fired up, and now they're 2-6 and we're 3-5, and they're still at the bottom of the division, but we're only 1 game up. And we've got some problems that we need to get addressed and fixed in the next 10 days. So disappointed in the game. I'm not happy that we lost, but it's not the end of the world. We're still, if Tampa and New Orleans win, we're still 3 games back from the division. Our season isn't over. We're not lost. So I'm not panicking. I'm not whatever. It's just a loss, and we'll learn from it and move on. So let me know what you guys think about the game. What do you guys think was the biggest reason why we lost? thank you for watching this video. If you like the Panthers as much as I do, please consider subscribing to my channel so we can talk Panther football. No matter what, win, lose, or draw, I bleed black and blue. I'm a Panther fan for life, baby. So I will be doing a video either every day or every other day, going over, the news of the week, injuries, how practice went. Looking forward to seeing if Christian McCaffrey is able to play next week against Kansas City, which I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. And that'll give us a really big boost on offense. But so excited, we got some things coming up, exciting things to talk about. The Chiefs game, even though I think we're going to lose, it's exciting. I mean, we're going to Kansas City and playing the Chiefs, so anytime you play the Super Bowl champs, it's it's going to be some fun topics to talk about. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Keep pounding.